Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I thought that I would make a video on how I do my eyebrows. I've been doing my eyebrows for a while now and I cannot remember the last time that I plucked my eyebrows. I use tweezers to do my eyebrows and wax strips. I've been trying to let them grow out as long as possible so that most of the hair can grow back and so that they could get a little thicker. I don't have the thickest brows in the world and I don't have the thinnest brows in the world. I'm gonna say my brows are in between. I've done pretty much just about everything to my brows in the past, from waxing to threading to tweezing to shaving. And I'll put some pictures up on the screen. There was a time where thin eyebrows were the thing. And as you can see, I did them super thin. But before that trend came in style, at about 12 to 13 years old, I was doing my eyebrows myself, and how I would do my eyebrows was just to clean up the bottom and the top and just keep my shape normal. And then as that trend came in, that kind of went out the window. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that I'm back to doing my brows with my natural shape. I'm gonna jump into what I use to do my eyebrows, and then I'm gonna zoom you in and I'm gonna show you how I do my brows. So to do my brows, I use a mirror, whether that's a handheld mirror or the bathroom mirror, any mirror, as long as you can see what you're doing. I also use tweezers. My tweezers are from Bath & Body Works. They were, I can't remember the price, but I'm about to put it up here. I definitely recommend buying tweezers from Bath & Body Works because they last you a long time and they're good quality. The ones I have are in the pointed slant style, and those work really good. And I also use brow scissors. These actually came in a nail kit, but they look like brow scissors, so I use them for that purpose. So I use a spoolie as well to kind of brush through my brows as I'm doing them to see the shape. You'll see what I'm talking about when I'm doing my eyebrows. I also use the Sally Hansen hair remover wax strip kit. They come with different sizes of wax strips for your face and other areas of your body. And it also comes with azulene oil, and I use that oil to remove the wax from my skin. That's pretty much it. And before I start doing my brows, I'll put lotion or moisturizer on my eyebrows before beginning to kind of get the hairs in place and just condition them. Such a weird noise. It sounds like someone's yelling. Anyways, alright, so I'm gonna zoom you in now and let's get started. So to start off, the first thing I do is apply lotion, coconut oil, facial moisturizer, Germex, whatever is on hand, and I just put it on my eyebrows so I could soften those hairs up so it doesn't hurt when I'm plucking my eyebrows, and to slick them down. Then I go ahead with my spoolie and I brush them in place so that I could start plucking them. So my brows are sisters, not twins. This one is has a lot more hair up here than this one, and this one has less hair here than this one, and this one kind of just goes straight here while this one curves up. So I look at them as a whole, but individually as well, and I do what's best for each eyebrow while making them look similar, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start off with this eyebrow, and what I do is take my tweezers and I just start from the bottom piece of my brow. I go like this, and whatever hairs are there I remove. So I go like this. Start removing these hairs while following the natural shape of my brow. The key here is to take your time, and the goal here is to clean up your eyebrow. Don't touch your eyebrow, just clean the hairs up around it. And you want to be careful with your tweezers because you could really poke the crap out of yourself like I did here. That's that little red dot that I was showing you. After I cleaned up most of the hair with my tweezer, I like to stop and comb it with a spoolie and just take a step back and look at it. And then whatever hairs I see that are stray, I go ahead and remove. This is the part where you're going to get close to your eyebrow, but you're not going to actually remove hairs from your actual eyebrow. You're just going to remove those hairs that are real close to the bottom of your eyebrow. I'm constantly using my spoolie and taking a step back so that I can really see which hairs belong to my eyebrow and which hairs are the stray hairs that are surrounding my eyebrows. Then I like to take a step back and kind of compare my eyebrow that I'm working on to my other eyebrow, because I want to make them as similar as I possibly can, but at the same time do what's best for each of them individually, because they're not the same shape. So I'm still removing those stray hairs that are right underneath the bottom of my brow, and here is where you want to follow the natural shape of your eyebrow, because you want to give it a nice clean look. So get as close as you can to the bottom of your eyebrow and then just kind of follow the natural shape. Again, I take a step back and just kind of compare it to my other eyebrow, and I liked how it turned out, so I'm going to start working on my other eyebrow. I could have removed a little bit more hair, but the best thing to do always is to not remove so much. As long as it's a good shape at the bottom, just move on. It's better to do less than to do too much and not be able to fix it. So I'm basically doing the same thing that I did on my other eyebrow to this eyebrow. I know it's weird that I line up tweezers to the front of my eyebrow and then I just make like a straight line across, and whatever hairs are in the way I remove. It helps. At least for me, it helps. And then after I remove all those hairs that are within that line that I imaginarily traced, I start to clean up these stray hairs that are right under my brow bone. And I just analyze my eyebrows and constantly using that spoolie. So I'm just getting real close to the bottom of my eyebrow like I was doing before, removing those hairs that are bordering the bottom of my brow and following the natural shape of my eyebrow. And I'm happy with how that looked. So I'm gonna start waxing my brows at the top. I don't like to pluck my eyebrows at the top because I really like a nice clean finish at the top of my eyebrows, meaning I like for the shape to be defined at the top. So this is why I use waxing strips. You don't have to, but I like that clean line, and I just find it easier to have a nice and cleaned up brow using wax strips at the top of my brow. But this is optional. You could obviously use a tweezer. I don't like razors because I don't like how my eyebrow hairs look when they're growing back when I use a razor. So my favorite method is waxing and tweezing, and occasionally I will go to my eyebrow lady and get my brows threaded, but most of the time I'm doing it myself. So basically I'm just slapping that wax strip onto my eyebrow, right above my eyebrow, and then I rub it in place to warm up the wax and so that I could really adhere to the hair. And then I yank it off in the opposite direction of where my hairs are growing. So I do the complete top of my eyebrows with wax strips. eyebrow. And basically I'm just lining it up, you know, following the shape of my eyebrow, rubbing the wax strip, and then yanking it off. And then I'm gonna do it again. Rub that in, line it up, and yank it off. If you're using wax strips like me, be really careful. Don't get too close to your actual eyebrow. Like, get as close as you can, but make sure that the wax strip is on the hair that you are trying to remove. And then I like to remove the little hairs that I have in between my brows, and I just yank that upward because that's the opposite direction of where my hairs lay. Then I go ahead and use my spoolie to brush them in place, and I put some azulene oil that comes with the wax kit on a cotton pad, and I just rub all the wax off of my forehead and my eyebrows. Again with the spoolie, just brush them in place, and now I'm just gonna go with my tweezer and remove any excess hair that the wax strip didn't remove. I also like to remove the hairs along the sides of my forehead here, just the ones in between the space of where my hairline is and where my eyebrows are. And I just like to clean it up. So that's what I'm just doing, removing any stray hairs that the wax strip did not remove. And you can see how nice and crisp my eyebrows look at the top. That's why I like using my wax strips. Now I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows upwards so that I could get ready to trim them. And I trim only a little bit of my hair, because if you trim too far down, then it's gonna look weird, and then your eyebrow can even look sparse because you trimmed those hairs too low. This is before and after. Immediately after I'm done doing my eyebrows, I go and I wash my face with my facial cleanser so that I don't break out, since I used wax and oil. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. This is how I do my brows at home. If this video helped you out, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video.